Hello again. It's been a very long time since I've made a video. Since my last one, I think we were talking about internet being pretty bad, and a lot of other things have happened. So, anyway, short story is we've been evacuated from Bunya for several weeks now, and due to a lot of the security concerns there. So, anyway, we'll see what the future holds and where and when we'll go back to. However, for the moment, welcome to my office. This is where I've been doing a lot of the other work besides flying that we have to do right now. And anyway, I was doing some paperwork and some finance stuff, and it popped into my head that maybe this would be a fun little video. One of the things I shared when we were back in the States with a lot of our friends is how complicated money is here. So anyway, just a little fun thing to share. So we deal with francs and dollars. Dollars are widely accepted in Congo, and we prefer to use them as much as possible because of the value of the franc is so low. We'd have to carry very large cash pouches when we fly. So yeah, we use personal cash for personal cash, and for flight we use U.S. dollars mostly. Anyway, the challenging part that I say often is when we fly here, a normal pilot doesn't have to deal in cash a lot of times, but then the things that we have to do in the discussions of cash is even more bizarre. So anyway, here's a small example for you. I've sorted out here a stack of bad bills, and this is what I just spent a long time sorting through for our flight cash pouches. And I figured I'd just go through and discover with you, these are all bad bills that are what we confirmed that are bad. And I thought I'd just talk you through that a little bit. So anyway, here's the first one, I can see the big things that we run into are torn bills are considered no good. And there's some other parameters, but the biggest one we see is torn. But this one looked pretty good to me. I had to look quite a while, and I finally found it. This corner here is missing just a little tiny chunk. Hopefully this shows up in the video, but yeah, that's a bad bill. Let's see here. This one's a little older and dirtier, so you usually have to look a little closer at these. I think this one here, if it shows up in the very corner, oftentimes people will fold them like that. They get a crease, and then the crease becomes a tear. And this one has a little tiny tear in the corner, so that'll get rejected real fast. What's up with this one? Same story right there, just a little tear in the corner. Dollars are often not accepted in Congo. There's a couple places that we can use the $1 bills, so these would get rejected in most of our strips. And this one also has some tears. When they start looking this dirty too, they look really close, and then sometimes in the inspection they'll tear just because they're so close to tearing. So that one had a tear. Here's another one in the corner you can see is torn. So let's see. The other thing that we have to pay attention to is, again, like I say, dollars we can use in Bunya and Beni, but most of the other strips, especially the interior ones, they think dollars are fake. Here's another one up here. This 10 is torn on the top corner there. And that's it for that one. Let's see if I can get to some of the fun ones here. So, yep, there's another tear up there at the top. Oh, here's another one. So ignoring that tear, this one kind of looks okay, except as you look really close, I don't know if you can see the shiny, but this one had a tear, and then someone used Scotch tape to cover it in two places. So that's been passed off, but that's no good anyway. So this one's got multiple tears all over it, and more Scotch tape there. So this one's really bad here. Same tear. Same, more tear again. It's called c'est déchiré. That's the French word for a torn bill, or for anything torn. Anyway, there's so often in the corners here. That's most of the time where we see it. You can identify that real quick when we do that every day. There's another tear up in the corner. Yep, another tear in the fold. Another tear on the side. And I know we've got a couple here that are not torn, and I'll get to those. Yep, torn there. Torn there. Okay, here's the fun ones. Let's see if I got, yeah, here we go. So this one's torn in the corner. This one's no good. But this is the one, as you look at it, it's almost a perfect bill. It looks beautiful. Also, things I didn't talk about going back here are certain bills, like they like to write on the bills here. And so there's 2 or 3 places we can use bills that have writing on them. But like in Uganda, when we pay here, or other places, if it has any ink or any marks on it, it's also rejected. I'm trying to think of other things. But here's the bizarre one. This one, the problem is the date. Anything older than 2013 is also considered a bad bill. I think those are the big things. There's some other bizarre ones. You'll see like cigarette holes through them sometimes. Again, any quality issues such as holes or tears are automatically rejected. There's really no discussion you can have with that. So what do we do about that? We have to just stack them up here, and then anybody coming back to the States can exchange them out in our banks. But anyway, I thought for fun by comparison, here's some of the ones. This is a Congolese francs, and because you'd think the same standard would apply across their bills as well, but it doesn't. So anyway, this is a normal Congolese franc. Yep, as you can tell, torn there. This one, chunk missing out of it. Here's a fun one. This one's not too awful bad, except, yep, the hole's in the middle. So yeah, I think that's just a fun little bit of our flight day that we don't often talk about, but it adds, we talk about what is the stress of living here, and it's just all these little things about, I don't know, just daily things that we would never think about in our culture and context that you get used to here, to some degree, but some days you're just like, yeah, why is this a big deal? I don't know. So anyway, hope that was fun. Thanks for being patient. There's a lot going on in the life here, and looking forward to sharing more as we figure out what the next phase is and keep going. For those that have asked in other forums, yes, we still get to fly. We're flying from Uganda, and we fly into Bunia, and are still able to do some limited flights for a lot of the ministries and partners that we have. So I'm very thankful for that. But it's just it's a real challenge to continue to evaluate the security context daily to make sure that we're being safe in the places that we go. So anyway, thanks for your thoughts, and more to come.